Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today. The last 15 minutes of trying to get this stream off of the ground was honestly way too complicated. I normally use StreamYard. It's normally very easy to me, but for some reason in the last 15 minutes, I couldn't tell what stream was live. I created two streams at the same time on accident, but boom, we are off and running. And honestly, today's stream will go a lot better than yesterday's wrestling stream. Yesterday at the end, I was trying to talk about honestly the Brock Lesnar match as well as the CM Punk and AJ match. And somebody was calling me to pick them up for a ride. I kept on hitting the ignore button. I was like, yeah, I got you. I will come get you as soon as I'm done. And then basically they called somebody in the house who just came to my door and just sat there and knocked. If you listen to like the last 4 or 5 minutes of the stream, it is just a continuous knock, 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 knock. Like if you normally you go up to a door and it's like knock, knock and nobody says anything, or you at least hear talking still going on in the background, don't you stop? But it was just the continuous knocking. But this right here, we're gonna do the NFL stream. Honestly, it honestly seems like it would make a little bit more sense if I did the NFL streams on Tuesday and then I did the wrestling stream on Wednesday, because I always sort of like start off by talking about like what happened in last week of football and who really needs like a wrap up of week 2 in the NFL, when we're going to be kicking off a Bills Dolphins game on Amazon Prime on Thursday. But hey, it's just the way it goes. I am honestly always going to steer more towards wrestling stuff, but the NFL coverage is honestly like something that I really, really love. I wish that I know I'm a fan. I've been watching it for my whole life. And just a real casual fan. I mean, I read the magazines, I get ready for the drafts and things like that, but just, I don't know, memorizing every player's names. There's always going to be a little bit of like this guy and that guy and the defensive line as a whole or something like that. But I love doing this. I've always loved doing this, going back to even like 2013, 2014, talking about Niner teams that were pretty freaking ugly. But the NFL YWC SmackDown Pick'em League that we've been running, I think that's been going for like, it's probably running for at least 13, 14 years now, going strong. Last week in the NFL, I had a cool week. Honestly, the 49ers played the Saints. It was going to be a 10 o'clock game because they were playing in New Orleans. I normally work on Sundays, but I just kind of looked at it. They give you this PTO. They give you, vacation days. They give you sick days. And honestly, sometimes I've been working at my job so long that they give you so many that you feel bad about taking them all. But I just was like, I really want to see this game. It's early on in the season. This game matters. And then, of course, what happened last week with Brock Purdy getting injured. If something would have happened in that game with Mac Jones, where basically it was just a horrible game, I just wanted to be able to see it with my own eyes. So I was grateful that I took that day off. So last week, I think I watched 6 NFL games. We had the Packers and Commanders on Thursday night. That was fun to see because I thought that was going to be a really even packed matchup there. The Packers are so good, man. The Packers probably would have been good even if the Micah Parsons trade didn't happen with the Dallas Cowboys. But I think Micah Parsons put this Packers defense just so far over everybody else. I mean, I'm rooting for my Niners. I really believe that this is the year that it's going to be going down. But the Packers look like they're going to be a hard freaking team to beat. Jordan Love is just, commanding that offense. Of course, in that game, the Commanders quarterback is injured. He's going to be down for a few weeks. So we'll have to see what goes on with them. Of course, they went to the NFC Championship last year. So a lot of people looking for a good year out of the Commanders. I'm not sure who their backup quarterback is. I'm sure at this point I'm wishing that they still had Tyler Heineke. I thought that guy was awesome. I mean, that's just the God honest truth. That was a fun game. Packers dominated 27-18. Damn good stuff. Bengals got a win over the Jags, 31-27. Jake Burrow went down. His toe injury is kind of what's sidelining Brock Purdy at this time. 12 weeks he's going to be going down with just a massive. He has to go in. He has to get surgery on it. Jake Browning is going to be taking over for the Bengals. He's a quarterback. He's from Folsom. That's the city that I work in. There's a lot of people that have Folsom pride there. I can remember 2 years ago, Jake Burrow got hurt. Jake Browning came in. I remember right off the rip, he played 2 really good games. And then I think he had like 3 or 4 not so good games after that. It was a contract year for him. He ended up signing a 2-year deal with the Bengals for kind of like average money, way more money than I make. God honest truth. I'm not trying to knock the guy, but I think he has a good chance to go out there and have a good year with this Bengals team. It's going to be hard because they're not spending the money on defense. They really aren't. I mean, like, every game for the Bengals is going to have to be them, in winning in the shootout. And the offensive line, I think, needs a lot of help there as well, even with Jake Burrow as the quarterback. But Jake Browning, he goes out there. He has a good, couple of months here. He's got a good chance to make a lot of money in this football league. I don't know if somebody's going to see him as a guy that, can be a number one option in this league. It seems like every team in this league has, a number one quarterback. But I mean, hell, Cleveland, they might need a third or fourth quarterback. That they're just like, we'll bring another guy in. We'll give you whatever you want. So Bears and Lions, this game honestly was a really big surprise to me. Bears had a bad week 1. They had a horrible week 2. 52-21. Caleb Williams, he took 4 sacks. It looks like it's going to be a lot of the same in Chicago. He did throw an interception. He doesn't really throw a ton of those, but it looks like he's just fighting for his life there. I thought it was going to be better. I really thought they tried to rebuild that offensive line. But even with Swift and DJ Moore, that Bears offense just not what it needs to be. And every year, from like listening to Eddie and the Barstool Chicago guys, I believe in this team, and they just let us down. And it hurts to listen to Big Cat, Eddie, listen to the recap of the game, and then for them to come back on Monday and do all that. But yeah, that one hurt. Then we had the Seahawks 31-17 over the Steelers. Aaron Rodgers and Coach Tomlin, whatever they thought was going to happen this year, maybe week 1 was just a rare occurrence. I don't know, man. It sure looked like Aaron might be over the hill in week 2. Broncos Broncos lost to the Colts 28-29. Mac Jones leads the Colts to a 2-0 record. And then honestly, we'll type it in right here. The other game that I watched in the afternoon on Fox was the Eagles game against the Chiefs. Eagles won 20-17. Eagles 2-0. Chiefs 0-2. Eagles win, even though they have under 100 yards passing with Jalen Hurts. We even heard the smack talk at the end of the game from the Chiefs offensive line. Well, I guess that would be the Chiefs defensive line, crashing in on Hurts, and Hurts just basically saying, yeah, but we won the game. And that honestly is the truth. Who would you rather be right now? 2-0 Indianapolis with Mac Jones, or 0-2 Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs? I still think it's the Chiefs. I just believe they're going to put it together, and I think everybody is going to be pointing at this 0-2 record. But when they make the playoffs and they're good to go, what the heck is that? It looks like it's like a spider web or something in front of the camera, but I can't even get it. But all right. Then we watched on Sunday night, Falcons beating the Vikings 22-6. JJ McCarthy, of course, he got benched after that game. They said that they're sitting him down for some sort of a minor injury, but people are saying that this guy stinks. I hope not. I really, really don't. You got people in the league saying that Robinson, the running back for the Falcons, is one of the best players in the entire league. So we'll have to see more on that. Monday night, we had Bucks Texans, 20-19. The Bucks pulled it out at the end. Baker Mayfield, he might be a baller. I think that like some people were trying to put him as a top 5 quarterback in this league. I definitely would put him in the top 10. Texans, I feel so bad for this team. I mean, I just always feel like they're always so close and that you can't like put your finger on what's going to put them over the top. But they look like they're a good team. They just dropped that game. I didn't get to see a lot of this one. I was having trouble with Monday Night Raw on Netflix. I was messing with my Apple TV box a lot, so I really wasn't paying attention to my iPad a ton because for some reason Raw only had audio but no video. So I did pay attention to the later game. Chargers won 20-9 over the Raiders. I honestly wish I would have gone to bed. Game honestly really wasn't that good. Chargers defense is are really, really, really good. I still don't know about the Chargers offense, how good I really think it is. But I woke up the next morning at 4:15 looking at the ceiling and just being like, what am I doing with my life? But that was my Monday there.